Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Angel.
And I'm Naomi.
And today we'll be talking about what we wish we knew before our first year in college. So we're gonna give you guys 10 things that we wish we knew before our first year in college. 5 from me, 5 from Naomi. So the first one for me is gonna be Greek life. I wish I had known about it previously, so I would have been a lot more hyped about it, a lot more looking forward to it, because I didn't look forward to it whatsoever. I kind of like dreaded it. I thought it was a horrible thing. I only thought about what the movies were about. When Rush Week came around, I told Naomi, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go to check it out. Because I mean, at the same time I was curious because I had like no idea about it. So I was pretty curious, but I didn't plan on joining anything. Sure enough, you know, went to different ones, and I had a great time. Since joining a fraternity, I've made like many different friendships, and we've competed in different things, and overall it's just been like a really great experience. So it's not for everybody, but I mean, I think it's for a lot of people.
Okay, so I wish I went deeper into the research about the specific school I was going to be committing to. When I say this, I know it's super easy to become overwhelmed with like your excitement and a lot of info when you're applying to schools and just making a pro and con list of which school you like better. So all of that can be super overwhelming, that you kind of just draw at the fact that you need to go super deep into researching about the school, what they really focus on when it comes to academic, social life, which is something that I totally skipped out and I wish I went deeper into. So the reason I say this is because, as you guys know from previous videos, I did go to a smaller university, and when I committed to this university, I had no idea what to expect. So when I got on and I was kind of going through my daily activities, classes, work, I just kept noticing that there was nobody on campus. It literally was like a ghost town. And what I lacked to do in the beginning when I committed to this university was see the actual size of the student population on campus. And I went from a high school that had 5,000 students to a university that had 2,000. Now I'm at a university where I literally ate by myself, walked to class by myself, my best friend was my roommate. It was just horrible. So I wish I knew a little bit more about their priority when it came to social life, Greek life, all that other stuff, clubs and organizations on campus.
So the second thing I wish I knew, which is important, the library. Go to the library. It is fantastic. I went to the library like 3 times my freshman year, but those 3 times I didn't have homework for like pretty much a week because I finished it all. The library is amazing. It's pretty much a spot where you have no distractions unless you come with friends, but you still get work done. And everyone else around you is already doing work, so you are pretty much incentivized to also do work, which makes total sense. Yeah, I did not use it enough my freshman year, and this upcoming year I'm definitely gonna use it way more. You can rent out laptops, you can rent out iPads. Obviously they have printers there if you don't have your own printer. What else do they got? Oh, they had a writing center that actually helped me with my essays, which was fantastic. They have this thing called a mole hole. I will never use it because I don't do chemistry or anything like that, but it's pretty much meant for that. They had some math tutoring up there too, so use your library.
So the second thing that I wish I knew before I entered college was that the way high school teachers portrayed professors was totally false. I mean, a good example that I could give you, they would always say like, oh, professors don't even care about your attendance, you know, you're on your own, which is true. That is very much so true. But they make it sound like you go to class, you learn, you do your notes, you go back, and that's it. There's no interaction with professors. They don't care about you and your academic growth. So I just wish I knew that the professors actually were there to help you exceed and grow within their specific class, not even in their class, in the whole university, your whole experience at the college that you're at, which is absolutely amazing. How high school teachers portray professors was a little scary, so I wish I knew the experience was a little better.
My third thing that I wish I knew before my first year in college was how fast terms were. So going to OSU, it is a term school, so you have 3 terms. And the terms are divided up into 10 weeks, with the 11th week being the finals week. So within 10 weeks, you think you have all the time in the world, you don't. By probably week 3, you're already taking midterms. By week 5, 6, or 7, you're taking another midterm, and then you're taking finals 2 weeks after that. And depending on the class, you could have a final like week 3, a midterm week 3, and then for a different class, you have midterm week 4. So there's a lot of things going on very quickly, and you have to adapt because you obviously, want to have your social life, you want to do all the other things, but at the same time, it's also not that bad because I was able to get out of classes that weren't so fun, I'm not like a slacker, but like what if I just didn't like a class, I get out of there quicker than if I was in the semester system. So there's pros and cons, but for people going to take terms, just prepare yourself and just get at it quickly because you can get behind very fast.
Okay, so the third thing that I wish I knew was how to dress accordingly to your specific weather in whatever state that you live for that university. And this is funny because I say this tip like thinking I wish I knew before college. I did not pack correctly. Coming from California to Oregon, it was still hot. It was in the 90s when I checked the weather. So I was like, heck yeah, tank tops, tube tops, shorts, like let me pack all my stuff. So I packed it, and like that's what my closet is full of, but I have to keep in consideration that, well, October, November, December, they're coming up, and it's literally gonna be so rainy and so cold. So now I have to do a whole bunch of online shopping.
So the fourth thing I wish I knew was how it is without a car in college. So back home, I have a car, and in like Southern California, in that specific location, you have to drive everywhere. You can't bike anywhere, it makes no sense. You will get nowhere fast. Everything's about 15 minutes away from each other. So I drive everywhere back home. But here, I have to use my bike. So I've been biking a lot more recently, actually all the time.
Everywhere.
Bike everywhere, because walking takes way too long. And if you have a car at college, appreciate it. If you have a car, period, appreciate it, because not having my car for like that long of a period of time, like whenever I go back home, I'm just like, I have a car again, we're great, things are fantastic. So appreciate your cars, guys.
Now, the number one reason I actually wanted to leave my university was for the lack of my social experience there. I literally was doing nothing. I really wish that I kind of reached out to people. Like, I did have friends there, don't get me wrong, I wasn't a loner. I wish I reached out to those people just to kind of ask, like, hey, like, are you guys doing anything after class? Or is there any parties going on at this time, this weekend? Because I kind of literally went from class to dorm, to class to dorm, to food to dorm. Like, I didn't get out as much, and that's one thing. There's a lot of stuff that happens on campus, which is great, but then there is a lot of stuff that happens off campus, and that's how you kind of broaden your friend group too, meeting other people. At the university that I went to, I told you guys most people commuted, so they already had their friend groups outside of school, and they already knew like, oh, this is a cool spot to hang out, this person's house is really cool to hang out at. So if I kind of, I don't know, expressed myself of how much more that I wanted to hang out with people and just be involved, I think my experience would have been a tad bit better.
So the fifth thing I wish I knew was don't take 8 a.m.s. And I saw several videos about it of don't take 8 a.m. classes, and in my mind I was like, I went, and during my high school years, like I had to be at class pretty much around that time, and I thought it'd be perfectly fine. The only 8 a.m. class I had was not even at 8 a.m. it was at 8:30, and that was the only class I had to drop. And I'm not like a slacker or anything like that, like I said previously, but it was just hard because I was pretty involved during my freshman year, and I planned to stay involved, so I'd always be doing things. So I'd probably be up late, doing homework or something, or doing different things like that. So when I would have to wake up and bike to my next class, it was always difficult because I like getting ready in the morning, On days that I didn't have 8 a.m. classes, I still woke up around that time. But I like, kind of slowly getting ready, like slowly getting ready into your day, not like rushing to get to your class. And yeah, it wasn't fun. I was never, like, I couldn't really pay attention. I was always sleepy. Like a couple times I left the class to like put my head down, sleep a little bit. Not really sleep, maybe like a 1-minute nap, and then I would go back into the classroom because I was tired. Don't take 8 a.m.
And the last thing that I wish I knew was how important roommates are. I'm not saying this on a negative aspect because shout out to my roommate, Serena, if you're watching this. I absolutely love you. But the thing is, like, when you're picking roommates, I know a lot of people have on YouTube and just like generally speaking, like, oh, roommate horror story, oh, I hate my roommate, she did this, she did that. But it's really important that you guys actually, when you're searching for a roommate, that you kind of type in similarities and qualities. And I know a lot of colleges have like a roommate dating app or
roommate finder,
finding app where you're like, oh, I don't like it when they stay past 10 o'clock or this or this and that. And it's really important that you stay really honest to that, so you find someone who you potentially will not get annoyed of and actually like and be friends with. So I got super lucky. My roommate, we were like really good friends. We had so much fun. Like, out of my whole experience with that university, she was like the best part. I absolutely love my roommate, and we plan on hanging out when I go back home. So yeah, I really wish I knew, but now I know how important roommates are, because they can impact your life for the good or for the bad. Okay guys, so that is the conclusion of this video. Angel said 5 things, I said 5 things, and I hope you guys learned at least a couple things from this video. If you're going into college, I hope this was helpful, and if you're already in college, I hope this was helpful too for the upcoming years, or even this year that's coming up right now. So for the next video, I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit. As you know, I'm already moved into my house, but I want to give you guys a little room tour, like a college move-in off campus. So look forward to that video, because that's the next one that's coming up.